Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Rahmadi Lestari. I'm from class 4 English department. Okay, in here I will make a video about interview. So the first I will give you an example the question interview, and the first point A is basic interview questions. Okay, the first questions number 4 and number 1, sorry, tell me about yourself. Okay, my name is Rahmadi Lestari. I am an alumnus of Education and Teacher Training, English Language Education from Wancangkuning University, and now I am 20 years old. And number 2, what are your strengths? Okay, my strength is, inshallah, I work honestly, quickly understand, discipline, clean, and tidy. Number 3, what are your weaknesses? My weaknesses, sometimes I like to forget, but I try to minimize it by trying to write down these things in the book. And number 4, why do you want this job? Okay, because job vacancies in this company match the skills I have, which is related to the English language. And number 5, where will you like to be in your career 5 years from now? I want to be a secretary. Not a staff translator in next 5 years. And number 6, what's your ideal company? Okay, my ideal company is a company that is healthy, a company that acts fairly, everything is transparent, has clear SOP, and colleagues who are optimistic and responsible. And number 7, what attracts you to this company? This company offers a job that suits my experience and education. Because I have skill in English, I can work together it and finishing this company. And number 8, why should we hire you? Because I have previous experience and I have knowledge about job vacancies over at this company. And number 9, what can you do for us that other candidates can? Okay, I also have the ability to speak Korean. Apart from being an English translator, I can also be a Korean translator at this company. Maybe that's what can differentiate me from the other candidates. And number 10, what were the responsibilities of your last positions? If I can be accepted in this company, I will work as much as possible to the ability that I have. And number 11, why are you leaving your presence? Okay, because I think this company is more challenging than the previous company. And number 12, why are you leaving? What do you know about our company? I know about this company from my friends and media. This company has a product that's much in demand by the public, and this company has a great goal of increasing people's demand to read with its books, like novels that are popular with many young people. And the last, number 13, are you willing to relocate? And as I answered, yes, I do. Working in this company means I must be ready to accept decisions and policies that apply. Okay, next I will give an example about interview. Point B, that is about behavioral interview questions. Okay, the question number 1, what was the last project you led and what was its outcome? Okay, finally I work as a staff in the field of English course at a foreign language course company. As a result, many of my students can speak English. Okay, and number 2, give me an example of a time that you feel you went above and beyond the call of duty at work. Examples are not absent while working. And number 3, can you describe a time when your work was criticized? Yeah, I will accept it if my work is criticized. If the criteria is good, I will be happy to carry it out to improve myself even better. And number 4, have you ever been on a team where someone was not pulling their own weight? How did you handle it? So far not, because I work alone more than a team. Number 5, tell me about a time when you had to give someone difficult feedback. How did you handle it? Okay, I will come clean to that person for the good of him and others as well. However, if the typical person is difficult to get into suggestion, well, we have advised as much as possible. It will be a personal matter for the person himself. The most important thing is that we have time. And number 6, what is your greatest failure and what did you learn from it? I have failed in a competitions, but I was able to take lessons from it when I was not optimal in studying at the time, and so I start to struggle with my skill again. Number 7, how do you handle working with people who annoy you? If it interferes with my job, I will kindly reprimand the person. And number 8, if I were your supervisor and ask you to do something that you disagree with, what will you do? Okay, if the supervisor orders me to do things that I disagree with in a negative way, for example, I will reject it well, even though it involves my job, because of my principle of honest work and lawful result. Number 9, what was the most difficult period in your life and how did you deal with it? Okay, a difficult time in my life at the time when I was sick was very long and had to leave all routine. And number 10, give me an example of a time you did something wrong. How did you handle it? Yeah. A difficult time in my I have made mistake. Okay, sorry. As I have mentioned in my weakness, I forgot the course schedule at the time, and alhamdulillah I can handle it by still making up for the missed course hours on other days. And number 11, tell me about a time where you had to deal with conflict on the job. Conflict occurs when I work in a team, because everyone has a different work style, yeah, and some want to finish quickly and some are slow in completing tasks. That's where conflicts sometimes occurs. And number 12, if you were at the business lunch and you order a rice stick and they broke it, you well done, well, what will you do? Okay, I will really thank them for pleasing me. And number 13, if you found out your company was doing something against the law, like fraud, what will you do? If I know that a company is not transparent, then I will resign from the company. And number 14, what assignments was too difficult for you and how did you resolve that issue? Okay, so far I have had nothing too difficult. Number 15, what's the most difficult decisions you've made in the last 2 years and how did you come to decisions? Okay, the most difficult decision 2 years ago was when I was accepted at the state university and I reject the decisions because I didn't like my job. And the last, number 16, describe how you would handle a situation if you were required to finish multiple tasks by the end of the day and there was no conceivable way that you could finish them. Okay, I will bluntly in the best possible way that I couldn't do it because my timing and circumstance weren't possible. Okay, I think that's about behavioral interview questions. And next, about salary questions. Point C is salary questions. Okay, the number 1, what salary are you seeking? Okay, I hope to earn a salary of 7 millions in this company. And number two, in my previous number two, what's your salary history? In my previous job, I earned a base salary of 3 millions and monthly bonus for a total of about 4 millions. And okay, number three, if I were to give you the salary you request but let you write your job description for the next year, what will it say? Okay, for me, this job about putting people together to get a problem solved. I will uh, I will make sure that clients are at the center what I do. Okay, I think it's enough. That is about the example about interview questions. So I think it's enough. Thank you for your attention, and if I have mistake, I'm sorry. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.